Hello and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Millie and I love indie makeup, especially shiny, shifty, and sparkly eyeshadows. And I have some super sparkly eyeshadows to show you. They are liquid multichrome eyeshadows from Drizzle. They are 8 new shades that they are launching on Saturday the 22nd. I know I already did a video where I talked about 2 other products that they're launching on the 22nd. What can I say? They're on a roll. They do already have a liquid multichromes, but those are different colors. I do have one of those shades here, and that is Looking Glass, and I will swatch it with the new shade. I have used Looking Glass on the inner corner, but I haven't actually used it all over my lid. So this is going to be my first time trying out these liquid multichromes. I do want to say just from swatching that the current shade looks just a little bit in texture, and I think that I can even tell just by looking like at the product in the tube that it looks like this one is a little bit smoother, while this one, as you will see and you might already be able to see right now, is a little bit like on the flakier side. And these were gifted to me by Drizzle, and I also do have an affiliate code with Drizzle, which is Millie10. So let's take a look at the swatches and then the 4 looks that I created with them, and then at the end of the video, as always, I will give you some of my thoughts. Here they are all swatched from top to bottom. Sour Lollipop, then Looking Glass, and Looking Glass is already an existing shade, not a new shade. Below that, Snow Cone, then Pink Rock Candy, Orange Slices, Rainbow Popsicle, Gummy Worm, Bubblegum Ice Cream, and Blue Raspberry Punch. These are just so shiny. Extremely beautiful, definitely on the sheer side. I'm priming with the P. Louise primer in the shade 1. I'm going to be using the Sugar Pill Fun Size palette, and I'm going to pop Player 1 right into my crease. I'm going to take it all the way down, and I'm going to take it across my lid as well. I'm going to use the KVD tattoo liner, and I'm going to create a pretty large wing. I'm going to be starting it under my lower lash line and then taking it down to my lid and across my lid. I want it to be pretty thick so we can really see this multichrome on it. And I'm gonna take it and extend it just a little bit to get a nice sharp edge there. And I'm just gonna be kind of fixing it. I'm gonna take the shade Snow Cone and I'm gonna layer it over. I'm gonna just use the doe foot and I'm just gonna let it dry. I'm using a little fan. This thing is so handy. I definitely recommend getting a little fan if you use a lot of liquid eyeshadows. So here's the first finished look. For the second look, I'm gonna mix the Sugar Pill Fun Size 2 palette as well as the first one. First going in with Power Up. It's basically just going to act as a transition. A little bit more. Blending Cheat Code from the first palette into that. Back in with a little bit of Power Up. And I want to deepen this up on the outer corner, so I'm going to go in with this Mystic Matte eyeshadow from Cosette. I also don't remember the last time I used this, so I thought it would be a good time to bring this shadow in. I don't even remember how it performs, honestly. But that is mixing really nicely with these other shades. I'm going to take it under my lower lash line as well. I'm going to pack on just a little bit more. The good thing with doe foot applicators is you don't really have to do a whole half cut crease situation. You can just go in with these and carve with these. So I'm going in with Gummy Worm, and that's going to go all over my lid. And I'm going to tap out the corner. And then right above that, going in with Orange Slices. Oh, that one's so pigmented. I'm also gonna bring it into my inner corner highlight. And again, I'm just tapping that out. And same with the inner corner, so I don't have such a harsh line. And I'm just gonna slowly kind of blend this downward into the green. And now we dry. And here's the second finished look. Priming with the P. Louise paint. Dipping into Rage Quit from the Sugar Pill Fun Size palette. Recreating a pink look to match the Sugar Drizzle liquid multi-chromes. Really popping that right into the crease, nice and pigmented. And I'm taking Critical Hit from the second Fun Size palette. I'm just going to use that on the outer corner, kind of tapping it on. And I'm gonna also use it in my crease to just deepen it up here. Just a little bit. And then blend this out. Taking Pink Rock Candy. And I'm gonna wipe off a lot of it as I'm taking it out because I did put on way too much in the previous look. It was just a little too chunky, so I think I'd rather go in a little bit by a little bit. And that is definitely really sheer. This would be amazing over like a darker shadow. And then above that, I'm gonna go in with Sour Lollipop. And again, wiping off any excess. And I'm just gonna put that above. And that's a really pretty kind of shade. I'm also gonna put that a little bit in my inner corner. I think this shade in particular is going to be amazing over some darker mattes or a black eyeshadow. And here's a third finished look. Going in with Elixir from the Fun Size 2 palette from Sugar Pill. I'm gonna pop that right into the crease, nice and pigmented. And I'm gonna take this Cosette Jack eyeshadow, which is a really, really deep blue. And I'm gonna use that to deepen out the outer corner. And I think I'm actually gonna take it all over the lid because I am really curious to see how these layer over a deeper base. Just gonna be kind of smoking it out here, then blending it into the blue. Go back in with Elixir a little bit to just blend this out. And this got really, really blown out, didn't it? So I'm gonna go in with just a little bit more. I do want to create like a deeper wings shape out here. Going in with Blue Raspberry Punch. This is such a beautiful shade. Again, wiping it off, and I'm putting that all over the lid pretty much. Oh, this one is so shifty. I can already see the shift. Really loving this shade. And then above that, going in with Rainbow Popsicle. Took off any excess, and that's gonna go right above that. And I'm gonna kind of just tap it out because I don't want any really harsh edges. I'm gonna layer on just a little bit more. Again, just lightly tap it out. And here's the fourth finished look. So I have used all 4 new shades. I did play around with them off camera as well as filming a TikTok. So I feel like I have a pretty good idea on how I like these. And I really, really like these. They're so shiny. They're more topper-like. I think these will just really amp up any look. I think these are going to be super fun to layer over different colorful eyeshadows as well as black eyeshadow. I do have one con. If you've been on my channel, you know I don't like things that accentuate skin texture. However, there are some times where I am a little bit more okay with it, but it really has to wow me. Like if it's a multi-chrome that doesn't really even shift or isn't shiny and it accentuates skin texture, I won't really want to wear that. But if it's something like this, where it really packs a punch and it just adds so much brightness and fun to the lid, I really don't mind it. I think the main thing with these is to make sure that when you're about to put some product on your lid, you're kind of wiping it off on the inner tube section, so you're not putting on a thick layer. I did put on too much of a thick layer in the second look, and I definitely could see the flakiness. They're definitely not super smooth. They seem like they're a little bit more of like a light flake formula that has been put into a liquid form, but they're still not like flaky as much as like if you were actually to mix a liquid with actual flaky eyeshadows. It's not like flaky like that. It's still super fine flakes, but you only really see it if you use too much. They do remind me of the Devinah Myricks Chrome gel in the little pots. However, those are a bit more flakier looking than these, and also these you have the applicator to use, and these set down. Like the moment these dry down, they're not moving anywhere. They're completely set down. And just like any liquid eyeshadow from any brand, you really need to make sure that these dry down before you open your eyes, or you do risk them drying down with a crease already. As for how these feel on the lid, when you use too much, you will definitely feel them because they are going to be drying down with your lid stretched out. I feel like that really goes for anything that is liquid that dries down. You do have that possibility of it feeling just a little bit tight. These last two looks, I made sure to go in with a really, really thin layer, and I can't feel them on the lids. Like they don't feel tight, they don't feel like anything. I just have a really beautiful sparkle all over the lid. So all of that being said, I think it's really up to you and what you like to use. If you prefer to just stick to pressed eyeshadows, if you do like to dabble in something like this, and if you like that extra sparkle. So that's everything for this video. Let me know in the comments below which shade is your favorite, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe. There's so much sparkly eyeshadow content uploading my channel and much more to come. You don't want to miss out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.